Thank you for joining us at FTP Sports Games. Welcome to the kickoff portion of our video covering an example game using the Sideline Football Computer Game Center between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. We already went through the whole setup of the game and we're ready to kick off the action. San Francisco was the team that was going to receive the opening kickoff, and so we go ahead and start from there. The first thing we need to do is click over to the Special Teams tab, and this button right here, you click it, and it cycles those numbers. And this is the kickoff area right here, trajectory and length. So we've got a trajectory of 9 and a length of 9. So we go right over to Uwe von Schamann from the Miami Dolphins, and his kickoff number is 12. That's his base number. So when you look here on the charts, again, these are just for reference at this point, so we make sure we understand how to handle this. This becomes pretty easily memorized. And a trajectory, anytime the trajectory, which is 1 through 9, number 9 is 2 through 10, then you look at the second number to determine how far the kickoff moves forward from that base number or back a couple of yards. So you're either going to stay right there at the exact baseline number, Uwe von Schamann has a 12, or you're going to come back a couple or move forward a couple. Well, it was 9, right? So when we look back at it, you subtract 1 from that kickoff number. So that means when we look at it, since Uwe von Schamann had a kickoff number of 12, we're going to subtract 1 from that, back to the direction of the kick, and at the 13-yard line, right here, it tells us who the returner is. Since it's a normal kick, this is used in case of a shorter kick, anytime the trajectory is 1. But since this was a normal kick, it's returner number 2. So at the 13-yard line, returner number 2 on San Francisco kick return card is Derek Harmon. All right? So he's got it at the 13-yard line, and the next thing we're going to do is determine, what the range is for a win or a loss on the kick return. Well, Miami's coverage team is rated as a dash, which means nothing. There's no plus or minus to that baseline number for range for Derek Harmon. So he's got a rating of 20 and a yards rating of 21. So we cycle those numbers, and we're going to look right over here. All right? This tells you if it's in his return range, which it is, since it's 1 through 20, because Miami didn't modify that in any way, and how many yards are going to be added to his base number. So when we looked at it, his base number is 21. So even though he got the win on the kickoff return, he returns at 23 yards. We started at the 13, right? Because of how deep Uwe von Schamann kicked the ball. And it was at the 13-yard line, so Derek Harmon returns the kick 23 yards out to the 36. So we go to San Francisco's yard line, and it's starting here at the 50, so we're just going to back the ball up to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. We go down here, and we're going to give a kick return to Derek Harmon. So we click on that cell, go down here, choose him from the drop-down menu, click the button. He's got 1 return. We can either use these buttons here. Let's click that one. That's 10 yards, or you can use the drop-down menu. So he's got 1 return for 23 yards. And the special teams play takes 10 seconds. So San Francisco has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Next, we're going to move to the first play of the first series.